like you had a good time with an orc girl going, she's gonna be like, "Oh shit, okay, all right, okay."
Okay. Orcs. Probably one of the most classic fantasy races, from being the bad guys in Lord of the Rings to having their place in anime and specifically hentai. But as they appear in different universes, we see plenty of kinds of orc culture and ways of life. We could get from the barbaric race of monsters like in Lord of the Rings, or just another race of people who live normal lives. They are traditionally bigger and stronger, but everything else just seems to be, well, human, like Warcraft. That being said, where are the orcish waifus at? In media like Lord of the Rings and the Slimy Isekai, there are female orcs, but they are just never shown, or at the very least, utilized in the media. While in media like World of Warcraft and the Elder Scrolls, there are female orcs, and well, they are pretty unique from the standard humans you encounter along the way. But surely, some of you would wonder, why should I care? Well, that's what we're here to discuss today. So, to help discuss why you'd want to date an orc, I brought onto the show the mean green sex machine, Izzy with two S's. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, hi, I am Izzy with two S's, your local city orc, and what are we talking today? Um,
Well, today
Again,
we are gonna discuss the lore of orcs and why there should be more of them. Well, specifically, orc women, and why there should be
mhm,
more of them, and why you want to date one of them. So
mm.
let's discuss first on why do you think there aren't that many orc women in lore?
Huh. Cause like, okay, from what I've noticed, at least from like how orcs are portrayed in media, they're like the big, burly, strong, like ready to like um take on any type of war, type of like uh race. At least from like what I've seen in common media.
Basically, like
Um,
barbarians, right?
yeah, basically that's the thing, and like I guess with like the societal point of view, like they're like, okay, yeah, girls being barbarians, psh, nah, we're gonna throw that to the Amazons. Nah, we ain't got that shit. But like we need Amazons. Have you seen the muscles on some orc VTubers? I'm just saying. They can pin me against the wall and I'd say thank you, mommy. Goddamn shit.
Yeah, that's fair. Like who would you like recommend to view like other orc VTubers? You mean? I mean,
Mm. Okay, that I can happily talk about. Hang on, let me get water.
it's fine, it's fine.
Mm. If you want like the quintessential strong arm orc woman, I would highly suggest like the orc big sister herself, Hunter Graka or Graka the Daedra Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I and also like pork buns. I think at least from like what I've seen in like her in how like her model presents, her like her model is more akin to like my body type, but like she's basically kind of like in between me and Graka. So she's squishy but still got like the muscles in her. But
Oh,
yeah,
interesting. I see, I see. So, like more of the, well, thicker kind of muscly.
yeah, the thickums muscles. Yes, friggin' with but yeah, like if I remember correctly, Graka and like pork buns even did like I don't know what like they did a Valentine special where they like had guys go through this thing of like if they're gonna be if they're I forgot what it was. I think it was a contest. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, really good like content creators, really good streamers. Highly recommend. Mm, Yeah, let me double check like pork buns thing. Pork buns is pork. Yeah, it's just pork buns, but like C and not K.
Ah,
Hi
okay,
there.
cool. I'm
Yeah.
sure the viewers would really appreciate a link, which I'll put in the description for these lovely people. So,
Yeah.
going back to the meta discussion, well, I've discussed that in some lore, like Lord of the Rings, there is specifically female orcs, but they don't show up. This can also be shown in anime, like in the Slime Isekai. So, why do you
Hmm.
think that they don't show female orcs, even though in a lot of lore they do exist?
I with Lord of the Rings, the thing okay, but I don't know about like Lord of the Rings per se because they
Yeah,
can easily like show them, but like they didn't show it. So I don't know,
yes,
maybe it's a budget constraint, time constraint, or what have you.
that's fair.
But yeah, that at least from like what I could like deduce from Lord of the Rings, from Slime Isekai, I hmm I don't know. I think it's because of the fact that like there's still that stigma of like muscled girls aren't like considered pretty. Uh, again, which is again like, have you
Yeah.
seen a pretty muscle girl like this? It is beautiful, peak physique. My God, accept the beauty in muscles, my guy.
Why would somebody want to have more orc women in media? Like, why? What are the traits of dating an orc lady? And that's why you're mainly here because you can showcase why orc women should be a mainstream staple. Because from I've only seen like one case. I've only seen at least two cases of orc women in anime. One of them is from chubby waifu. I mean, sorry, I keep calling it that. It's called Elf Can't Diet, where one of the girls is an orc lady, of course, because it's kind
Aw.
of a harem. It's kind of a harem manga. And the
Mm.
second one is doesn't actually have a name because I've scoured the internet and I couldn't find a name for it. But there are like female orcs and the Japanese style of orcs where they're very pig pig like personally.
Yeah, there's also like the association of like orcs with like pigs, and I guess some people aren't really into that when it comes to like orc women. I
Oh yeah,
guess question
definitely.
mark. Yeah, but yeah.
So
Mm, yeah.
why would a person want to date an orc girl in why should a person want to date an orc girl?
I mean, well, look at me. Just
Fair.
kidding. Okay. Well, the thing is, how can I pitch this properly? Well, for one, okay, not me specifically, because unfortunately, I got like the runt of the litter when it comes to like the height.
That's fair.
I'm
I'm an imp, so I can understand that.
Yeah, but like usually, orc girls tend to be very tall, around 6'1", maybe even more so, at least from what I've heard. So like, if you need like somebody that can reach the shelf, you got 'em. You got 'em. Like she's there. She's there to like pick you up. What else?
Yeah, that's fair. There are a lot of media that does depict well orcs generally to be bigger, buffer humans. So
Yeah.
if you turn that to a female form, of course they would still retain the same traits. It's just that we're unfortunate that we got screwed over when it comes to the height department.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm,
So what
what
else? Like let's say when it comes to let's go with cuisine.
Oh, cuisine. I mean, you'll never go hungry. I mean, have you seen how orcs eat? Like,
Ah,
big.
yes, it's understandable how it's almost similar to dwarves in a sense, wherein a lot of times when they eat, it's just basically a feast.
Big hearty meals. Big hearty meals. Yes, 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 yes. What else? I mean, if you want to go for the nasty route, I have something for
I mean,
that.
surely the viewers would want to see that, hear about it. Sorry, this is YouTube. We can't do this.
We can. But anyways, When it comes to like the nasty side of things, okay, orc guys aren't exactly the best when it comes to the private quarters. I'm sorry, orc guys. I just
Oof.
gotta.
Oof. The orc guys in the chat probably. Ooh.
Okay, canonically speaking, and I'm saying canonically, this is coming from like this is coming from D&D 3.5 if I remember correctly.
They talk about
I'm not
nasty stuff in D&D. I should get into
Okay,
D&D
no,
more.
no, no. Okay, so the thing is with D&D 3.5 or D&D 3,
Mm-hmm.
there's a little bit of copyright issues with it. Not exactly issues, but like loopholes to the point that anybody can like create something and it can be semi-canon or like a head canon that can be accepted in like the D&D space.
Ooh.
And
Okay, that's interesting.
yeah, and so luckily, also feel free to like correct me. I am just going off the people in the chat. Feel free to correct me. I'm going
Surely
off the cuff
the
with like
viewers
memory.
who are like total D&D heads can just write a comment down below on something about this.
Yeah, I'm just going for like the basic summary of like why it can be like headcanon. But anyways, so I found this beautiful little book
Yeah.
called Book of Something Something. I think you can like blank fantasy. I think you can like fill up the first
I think
blank
you
for
can
that
just
one.
say, I'll just censor it out if it's a bit too
Okay.
much.
Okay, book of erotic fantasy
Okay, that's
basically.
fine.
And, okay. And basically, it kind of goes into so much detail on every single race, counting orcs. And apparently, um, the faster an orc is, the quote unquote better they are in in the private quarters. To the point that like brothels that service orcs usually charge by the minute.
Oh my god.
Some even hold contests to see how
Who's
many
gonna...
clients one can service in a given period of time.
Oh,
I am literally quoting this word for word in the book, I will say.
oh my god. Okay, that's one way of putting it for orcs.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, orc guys, but yeah, I hate to break it to all, but being very quick, it ain't it, homie. It ain't it.
That
But
I see what you mean, but I'm
but
just sad for
when
the
it
orc
comes
guys in
to
the
orc
chat right now.
Yeah, I'm so yeah. I hate to break it to them, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But anyways, but the good thing about it is when it comes to girls, they're used to it being quick.
Hmm.
So
Oh, okay. I think I see where this is going.
yeah. So like, imagine if you will, like. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just saying.
Okay. No, don't get too into it, chat. Okay.
but imagine if you will an orc girl, like you had a good time with an orc girl, you want to get down and dirty with her, and then like give or take, let's say like a minute or two, like you feel like she like goes into like high heaven, and then suddenly like you still keep on going, she's gonna be like, oh shit, okay, all right, okay.
Okay. Okay, that part I might have to cut out. Maybe.
Uh, but yeah, with that, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good ego boost for some of y'all. So,
Okay, well, at least, well, that's already like a very good reason. We can already end the video here. Just kidding.
but yeah, but yeah, I think that's a good reason.
I
I hope.
mean, yes, that is a remarkably good reason because let's be honest, it's like one of those things that
Some
that
people are, yeah, some are insecure
yeah.
about, yeah. But yeah, don't worry. If you find an orc girl, then now you got like some good old info on that.
Yeah, definitely. So how about let's say you're okay. Besides the erotic stuff, obviously,
Mm-mm.
what else are some traits that or perks that orc women that have above normal human women, or let's say elf women?
Mm, we'll never get jealous for one thing, cause
Oh, wait.
okay. Okay.
We really
So
need some
for orc.
context for that.
Okay. So okay, I'm going from the book again.
Sure,
It's
that's
not
fine.
exactly like it's not nasty. It's just like how they portray like relationships. Basically, for like orc tribes, like they are used to the harem situation. So if you're
Okay.
yeah, so if you're gonna be like with an orc girl, either expect her to be very, like, yeah, if we're gonna, if you're gonna have like a harem, I don't mind. Yeah, sure, the more the merrier. Sure, I need somebody to like go shopping with. It's fine.
Okay, but I suppose that that could be also a positive and negative depending on how one looks at it. Because this, despite the fact that it is kind of nice to have a girl that isn't well insecure about those kinds of things, it can also be a bit detrimental to some people who want somebody that's more, let's say, clingy. But I suppose that you can still have somebody that's clingy who also does allow you to have a harem, but that's a whole different subject, I suppose.
That's a whole different like
It's just
yeah
like
thing to
case by
tackle.
case basis at that point, I suppose.
Mm-mm. But yeah, I'm just saying that's how like the orc tribes put it. At least from like what I've like read in like my old history books. So yeah.
Yeah, that
Mm.
yeah, I think that that works. So, considering the orc women are not as what's the proper term for this? They're more emotionally. That's actually no, that sounds wrong. If I say distant, they're more.
Open minded,
Yes,
open.
they're more
Yeah.
open to relationships. This could it wouldn't be more complicated because the person, let's say, okay, let's go with this person being a human because that's, well, a majority of the audience is human.
Mhm. Mhm.
So them being in a relationship means that they would probably want somebody who's more monogamous, and well, I'm surely the orc can also deliver on that. It's a case to case basis,
Mm.
but that makes sense.
I again, to be fair though, I'm just a city orc, so like anything like, tribe related, I have no basis on. I'm just going by a history book, okay?
That's fair.
So please, and try, maybe like have a conversation about that. We could like see we'll see what like the freaking chat will talk about in like the
Definitely. If you have
history.
any more things you want to add when it comes to orc waifus, just write down below. In the description, of course. I mean, in the comments.
Let us know in the comments below. Let's go.
So, from everything from lifestyle to the culinary arts to, well, erotic arts also, that really has shown that orcs are very unique in terms of a race, yet very similar to early humans, to how they acted in certain situations. So, okay, what else can you add, you reckon, that can probably convince one of our viewers to see female orcs as a potential partner in the future?
I mean, if you need like a hole puncher, like.
Yeah, just she's the one who's gonna do all the handiwork, I suppose.
If you need like a hole puncher like for like paper, I mean the tusks are there for a reason.
That's true. That's very true. So, do you have anything else to add?
mm, None. I don't think so. No, it's just yeah.
Okay, then. So this was a really good talk. We really enjoyed talking about orcs, and surely somebody's going to discuss and maybe got their minds changed on why they should date orcs because, well, from all those things, including the erotic things, obviously, that would really, well, turn some heads, I should say.
I'm glad it would. I'm glad if it would.
So thank you for coming on to the show, and we will continue on with the video.
Yeah.
So as you can see, there are plenty of reasons why you'd want an orcish waifu, from the physical to having very specific kinks. But if you can't get with an orc or you want something similar, you can go for the similar races, like goblins or ogres.